Hi, this is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site, and today we're here with Dr. Taylor Engle. He is a veterinarian with Four Star Veterinary Services, and he is based in Ohio. So thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Very good. We're here at World Pork Expo, and we're just talking today about this new Zoetis product that they're launching. And you shared some experiences with the group that they had here about specifically working with producers, because this product's been on the market, right? It's been out there for producers, even though it's just being launched publicly. Tell us a little bit about your message to the group and what you learned and have experienced.
Yeah, thank you. So kind of the messages that I would have is, there's a lot of considerations before using this product. A lot of them for us was how do we assemble injection crews, and what are some of the biosecurity considerations we need to have before talking about this. So some of the things that we talked about was how many people would we need to have involved for this, what training would we need to have go into that. Zoetis does do some online training certifications, so in order for people to use the product, they need to go through that, which was really, really important for us. But also some of the biosecurity, concerns we had was how are we going to, facilitate movement from personnel from farm to farm, and how do we provide the proper PPE for those different personnel.
Sure.
Some of the other concerns we had was how safe is this going to be for our people going into barns, working with a larger animal, moving them around, and what's going to be added stress. And so as we kind of, had those discussions, we decided, working with our producers and our local Zoetis rep, hey, we think this is, definitely going to have, bigger rewards than the risks that we're talking about. And the results have been really, really astounding. It's been a super valuable resource for the producers that we're working with to kind of see the benefits of getting these gilts to kind of have a more uniform part of the population and kind of bring more marketability to these animals. So it's just been a tremendous opportunity just to work with the producers and the product as well.
Very good. And you said that one of the comments that really caught my attention was you said you can physically see a physical change in the size of these animals. So tell us just really quickly about there's the cycle that you're going to be giving the injections, and when do you start seeing that?
So it's a 2-dose program, and so you can visibly see the difference. We talk about increased average daily gain as a major benefit of this, but it's visible. I mean, you can actually see those animals, and you can see it starting to happen after the first injection. But when you give the second injection, it's like 4 or 5 days later. You can physically see those animals start to develop a bigger belly, a bigger hind quarter. I mean, it's very visible, across the barn.
That
So
it's working.
it's a very easy positive indicator of compliance. So
Very good, and that helps, I'm sure, with producers who are working with this
yes,
product,
ma'am.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you can see it with your own eyes,
Yeah.
right, it makes a big difference. And tell us a little bit about what's causing that, right? That feed intake is going up, right?
Yeah, so what the product's designed to do is kind of suppress estrus in these gilts so that they're spending more energy actually growing as a market pig versus developing a reproductive tract and starting to go through an estrus cycle. And so it's actually...
Because that all takes energy,
yes,
right?
it's taking a lot of energy. And if you actually think about energy as a pie, there's only so much energy we have available, and we have to divert it to, maintaining, our bodies every day. And we don't want to spend more energy developing a reproductive tract if we can utilize that and utilize that to grow as a market animal. So it's a really cool technology that I think is going to become more important as we talk about sustainable farming and decreasing our days on feed, or not necessarily days on feed, but decreasing the days to market, which is really, really important. We've seen about a 7 to 10 day, earlier, getting a gilt to market earlier. So
That's a really significant difference,
yeah,
too.
Absolutely.
Right? And one of the things that you mentioned, too, is that producers are coming to you saying, we know there's a difference here. We've always known, right, that there's a difference between gilts and barrows, right?
Yeah, and that's now we're actually able to make our gilts perform better than they have previously, and that's just a really exciting part of the industry to see that, because now we're able to tighten the whole population. We don't have barrows that we're marketing in gilts to kind of be able to tighten that up together.
And it makes a big difference for the profitability of the operation, right?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things we were talking about today was how do you increase that profitability if someone says, hey, we need to, we want to make our business more profitable. Well, you can save money, but you can also increase the amount of revenue you're bringing. So this is one of those opportunities where you can decrease the amount of days on feed for these animals and get them to market closer, but you're also going to be selling a heavier animal. So you're able to kind of, double dip, if you will, which is really, really profitable.
Right. Very good. Well, hey, thank you so much for all the
Yes, ma'am.
information
Thank
today.
you
I
very
really
much.
appreciate it. This is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site.